Welcome to Movie Village. Spoilers ahead. Today we have an urban legend story. Whether it's true or not, that's completely up to you to decide. No one really knows, but I sure do believe them. Our story starts off with sisters Robin and Hallie driving to their new country home. Sadly, their mom has passed away. So they inherited her house, which she used to rent out. But it has been empty for years. They are so happy that they own their own home now out in the beautiful countryside and are excited to fix it up and to start renovating. When they get inside, they happily race upstairs to pick the bigger bedroom. After picking their room, they start cleaning up the old house. Hallie sets up a camera so they can look back on the before and after shots, or else the end results won't feel as impressive. She wants to remember how much work they've put into fixing up the old house when it's finally done. The camera takes a photo every 30 seconds. I feel like we know where this is going. After a busy day cleaning up the house, they sit down to have some takeout dinner and see the hallway light flashing. Hallie is freaked out, but Robin said that their mom hasn't rented the house out in years, so wear and tear finally caught up with the house. It needs a lot of work. Later that night, Hallie is woken up by hearing someone walking in her hallway, right in front of her bedroom door. The house is old, so the floorboards are very creaky, and there is what sounds like a drilling noise coming from downstairs. She goes down to investigate but gets creeped out by how dark it looks downstairs. She thinks it's her sister Robin, so she calls down the stairs. She thinks Robin can't hear her because of the drill, so a hesitant Hallie goes downstairs and calls Robin again. She's walking around the house. Creepy vibes, guys. By the way, why do people go to bed and leave every curtain downstairs wide open? I mean, isn't that an invitation to creeps and stalkers to come along and watch your every move? I wish we didn't have to close our curtains, but stalkers do exist, my friends. It's better to be safe than sorry. Anyway, while she's looking for Robin, she starts to smell something foul. It's making her nauseous. She sees the light flashing again, and it starts freaking her out. She bumps into a very sleepy Robin who asks her what she is doing. Hallie asks her if she was drilling. Robin says, "Does it look like I was drilling?" She said she was fast asleep. Robin tells her that the house is 100 years old and that it's going to make creepy noises and have some electric problems with some lights flashing here and there and some loud pipes. Hallie doesn't believe it. She knows what she heard, but for whatever reason she decides to go back to bed. In bed, she activates the nighttime audio recorder on her phone, then falls asleep. The next morning, while getting ready for the day, Robin starts brushing her teeth but is disgusted by the taste. She shouts to Hallie asking if she used her toothbrush. Hallie says she didn't. Robin looks closer at her toothbrush and it looks like pubic hair. She is disgusted and starts spitting. I would seriously vomit. Hallie checks her phone and it says there are no new recordings. Robin wants to have some leftover Chinese food but sees that it's all gone. They don't even look worried about this. If I was home alone with my sister and our food was gone, I'd be alarmed. They start to smell that awful smell again and can't figure out where it's coming from. So for now, they crack some windows and Robin goes to get some disinfectant to spray. Hallie notices some mud on the floor and wonders how it got there. They spend the whole day cleaning and repairing the house, and out of nowhere, the smell comes back. They are convinced it's the pipes. Tomorrow, they'll sort it out by calling a plumber. A tired Hallie forgets to turn off the camera, so it records all night. Later, she was woken out of her sleep again by hearing her bedroom door open. As she wakes, she gets an alert on her phone saying that she has one new audio recording. She puts in her earphones and hears her door creak open and hears footsteps on her loud-ass floors. She can literally hear the footsteps walking all around her bed as she slept, and can hear the footsteps walk towards her closet. She hears someone open her closet door and walk in. Her heart is racing. She is quietly freaking out, knowing that someone is right beside her in the pitch-black closet, probably staring at her, but she can't see them because of how dark it is. She turns on the lamp, but no one is there. She then hears a loud thump beside her window. She is terrified and runs to Robin asking her if she was in her room. She says no. She asks her to listen to her recording, that someone was definitely in her room. Robin tells her she'll listen in the morning and falls back asleep. A terrified Hallie turns on the lamp and eventually falls asleep. The next morning, Hallie goes to show Robin the recording, but it's gone. Robin clearly doesn't believe her. They call the plumber to check all the pipes, as they believe that's where the smell is coming from. He's going to take a while, so the sisters go to the hardware store. While alone, the plumber hears the floorboards creak and thinks it's the girls. He is surprised the girls are back so quickly. He talks out loud to them, but they don't answer him. He gets creeped out and goes out to where he heard someone walking. He hears someone again, so he turns around and sees someone running towards him. We, the viewer, can't see what he sees. He rushes to close the bathroom door. But he didn't lock it on time. Poor guy. The girls come home and are surprised that he left without telling them. They call his phone, but there's no answer. The girls are pissed off that he didn't finish checking the pipes. But they get back to doing their repairs. Later that night, the sisters are talking in bed. Hallie checks the camera because she realized she'd left it on all night. She sees someone in one of the photos, but it's too blurry. She says what if it's Mom's ghost, because even though it's blurry, it looks like one of her dresses. Robin wants nothing to do with this conversation and cuts it off. Hallie tells her it would explain everything that is happening to them and says maybe Mom is watching over us. Robin thinks she's being ridiculous and walks off. While they are sleeping, Robin is woken up by a noise. She wakes Hallie and asks if she left any windows open. She tells her no, but a half-asleep Hallie goes to check anyway. She sees that the living room window is open. As she closes it, as soon as she turns around, she sees someone standing in the corner. It's pitch black, so all she can see is a silhouette. She screams for Robin, screaming that someone is in the house. A scared Robin rushes to her. As they are rushing outside, they see huge letters with their mom's names written on the wall. It looks like it's written in blood. The petrified girls run outside, get into their truck, and call the police. As Robin is on the phone, Hallie sees someone closing her bedroom curtain. The police check every inch of the house and say that the intruder is long gone. But the girls ask them what about the writing on the plastic wall. The police show them that there is no writing. The girls are in shock and scared that the police don't believe them about the writing. The police say they're going to patrol the area and to call them if anything else happens. Robin tells Hallie that it has to be haunted, so she gets the camera and sets it up again. The next day, Hallie goes to look at some copies of the floor plans of their house and is shocked to see a room called the servants' quarters. No such room exists. She shows Robin a picture of it. They discuss that if it is not a mistake and there is in fact another room, the entrance would have to be through the kitchen food pantry. They break off some of the boards in the pantry and can't bear the smell. Robin goes to check but tells Hallie to wait there. It's a big room, and it's very clear that someone is living in there. Robin tells Hallie to call the cops, but she can't find her phone. So Robin comes out to help her look for her phone because the floor prints pictures are on it, so it's important she finds it. She calls her phone and thinks it fell behind the couch. They move the couch and see that there is a small hidden door opened behind the couch. Her phone is ringing from behind the wall. Robin goes in, but Hallie begs her to come out. But Robin wants to see where it goes. For goodness sake, if your phone is behind a wall and a hidden door is wide open, wouldn't that mean someone obviously took it in there, girls? So annoying. Robin hits off some wires and it makes the kitchen lights flicker. She tells Hallie. Now Hallie knows that any time she saw the lights flicker, it meant someone was creeping around behind their walls in that exact spot. Robin sees one of her mom's dresses on the floor behind the wall. After seeing some spy holes, Robin tells Hallie to run and call the police because someone has been watching them. But of course, she doesn't do that right away. She checks her camera first and she sees a topless man crawling out of the secret door. Hallie shouts to Robin to get out of there quick. As she's looking through another peephole, Robin gets attacked by the stalker man. She pushes him off and runs. He chases her. As she's running, she sees the poor plumber guy who is clearly unalive. She stops and starts crying in shock but has to run because the crazy guy is after her. He shouts to her to run, little piggy, that she's in his house and said he's going to eat her. Hallie hears Robin screaming, so she grabs the nail gun and goes in after her. As Stalker Man is attacking Robin, Hallie sneaks up behind him, shooting a nail into his shoulder. He groans in pain but goes to attack Hallie. She shoots another nail into his chest and both girls run. Robin manages to break open another secret entrance, but Robin had to run another way because she couldn't pass him. He chases after Hallie. Robin grabs a hammer and tries to find Hallie by knocking on the walls, screaming for her to answer. It's like a maze behind the wall. Stalker Guy tries to strangle Hallie. Robin tries to break down the wood panel wall with the hammer. She hits the wall and knows she hit someone. Hallie stops screaming. Robin thinks she has unalived her by mistake. Robin starts crying her eyes out in disbelief, thinking that Hallie is now unalived. But she didn't unalive her sister, she unalived the Stalker Guy. Hallie was just in shock and couldn't believe that she had almost been unalived. That's why she didn't answer Robin. Hallie shouts that she's okay. Robin is relieved and starts running to her. They both hug and cry. She said she thought she lost her. As they hold each other, they run out of the house, never to return. A while later, we see that Hallie has moved to an apartment in the city. She's talking with Robin on the phone while she's unpacking. They are both excited that Robin is coming to stay with her for the weekend. Later in the room, Hallie sees her lamp flicker. She is immediately scared. She then hears something behind the wall. As she listens, she sees a hammer coming through the wall. But she is okay. She then wakes up. That part was just a dream. She is traumatized by her terrifying experience and is now having nightmares. Our story ends there. If you like this video, please do subscribe so you'll know when my next video is uploaded. I upload every week. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care, guys. Have a lovely day.